Hello and welcome to TA for Traders. It's Thursday the 9th of November. In this video we're going to look at the charts on the S&P 500. The best code to look at this index on TradingView is SPX 500 USD. What we'll see is that the index just keeps going up. It's in a solid uptrend. The saying is the trend is your friend, and I do believe you should stay with it. However, there are some warning signs coming out of the daily and the 4-hour charts. Let's look at those charts. Sorry, just make the charts bigger and I'll go to the weekly. Sorry about that, unprepared. Here we have the weekly, and you can see that for the last 8 weeks we've been solidly moving upwards. We've become slightly overextended from the moving averages, but they're moving up as well. The 20 week at the moment is down at 24.95. Momentum positive on this weekly chart. RSI bubbling along at the top, 78.5. which you can see looking back, we've only been marginally above it once over the last 18 months, 2 years. So it's at a high level, which is indicative of an overbought market, but it's just also indicative of the positive momentum that we're seeing, and that's shown in the MACD as well. Short term still above the long term, and they haven't even started to track sideways yet. Going on to the daily, again we're above all the moving averages. Obviously we had that bullish golden cross on the 20 and the 50 back in September, which I've highlighted in previous videos, and we're moving well above the 20-day. We have a couple of occasions come back and it's given support, so I'd say that's one of the key supports, 25.73. Momentum wise, now here on the daily we have seen a non-confirmation from the RSI. That's where the index goes to a new high, but there's not a corresponding move to a new high on the RSI, and we've certainly seen that. You can see that the RSI actually peaked on the high of 20th of October, and since then we're in a shallow downtrend, and it certainly didn't peak with yesterday's high. It only went up to just above 70, and it's presently at 67.13. So that has been a non-confirmation, which is a warning sign. It's not a sell sign, it's just a warning sign, but you should be aware of that. So I'm aware of that. I'd stay long of any long positions, and I'd have a potential stop at that 20-day. If we go below the 20-day with this non-confirmation, that would be confirmation. If we did go down to 20-day, the RSI would be below 50 and the picture will have changed dramatically. And it's the same here on the 4-hour chart. So I'll just turn the cursor off. On the 4-hour, you can see we reached a peak yesterday, but the RSI did not reach a peak, and again we've had a non-confirmation, and in fact we're only just still witnessing some upside momentum on this 4-hour chart, as the RSI is now down at 51.77, and the MACD are tracking down, and in fact the short term has moved below the longer term. They are still above zero. Short term's 2.35, longer term 2.72. They're starting to diverge. Some technical analysts would actually see that already as a sell signal. We've also moved below the 24-hour moving average. That is still supportive as it moves up. The next support is at the 50, 25.81 spot 23. So you need to keep an eye on these. but really for the upside to be maintained, we need to move quickly above the previous high, and we want this RSI to tick higher. What we will get, the RSI naturally will start to stabilize, because these falls that we saw on the 7th of November, we had 1, 2, 3, 4 out of 5 of the 4 hours were down. Those figures will start to drop out towards midday trading tonight on on the S&P, so be aware of that. Anyway, moving on to where the support and resistance levels are, and we've got resistance. These are 4 hour highs and over yesterday, 94.7 and then 95.6. 95.6 particularly is a key resistance. We hit that for 2 of the 4 hours in last night's trading, so it's a key resistance level. And then the support, 50 of the 4 hour down at 81.24, and then the 20-day 73.15. So that's been TA for traders looking at the S&P 500. The key takeaways from the video should be that the trend is your friend. S&P in a solid uptrend, stay with it. A break below 25.73, which is the 20-day, would be problematic for this trend. And also at the moment we've had non-confirmations on the daily and the 4 hour, so be aware of that. You need to watch those levels closely, and the conclusion is that you should stay long, but with caution. Thanks for watching this video. I hope you found it of interest. If you're not a subscriber to my TA for Traders YouTube channel, please do hit that subscription button. I'm trying to get those subscriber numbers a lot higher. There's a lot of other guys doing technical analysis, I know. I don't believe they've got the experience I have, and they've got thousands of followers. Why haven't I? Anyway, please subscribe. You then get email updates when I come out with videos. I don't just cover equity indices. I also look at the FX markets and the commodity markets, and I also do videos 3-4 times a week on UK and US stocks. These videos are not an investment recommendation, they're just my opinion, and I do these videos on YouTube for educational purposes. Please do read the disclaimer.